cut a little bit thicker. Like that. Easier. Like this.
Should I cut all the things off on the side? It's good. Delicious. Goodness, these guys coming up. Like the video.
Blanche.
That's why I put that next to it, because otherwise we'll never remember. Wow, that's rich. Yeah, one of the obvious, that's it.